Hey guys, welcome to BMW Blog and welcome to Salzburgring, Austria. We're actually here today to drive the new M5 right there, but first we're going to start off with the BMW M4 CS. You've seen the car before, but now it's finally here and we get to drive it on the track. 543 horsepower, 650 Newton meters of torque, 0 to 100 in about 3.1, 3.2 seconds. And of course, we're going to do a 0 to 200 kilometers per hour today as well. You know the car by now. Tuned up M4 competition. It's got a new softer tuning on the steering, of course on the suspension as well. There are a few improvements here and there, and of course it is similar to the M3 CS, but let's see if it drives the same. So we're doing a recon lap first, getting to know the track a little bit, so again to experience the car because it's the first time, so it's always a tricky track but fun. Oh my god, it's already ridiculous fun. So as you know, I'm a huge fan of CS cars because I feel like that's what the M brand is all about. These tuned up M3 and M4s, which are absolutely a blast to drive on the track. And as you can see here, I mean, this doesn't get better than this. Amazing racetrack, amazing weather today, and great sound. First off, the suspension definitely feels stiffer than on the M4 competition, as you'd expect. I guess similar to the M3 CS. The steering is quite sharp. I'm actually in the Sports Plus mode right now. I'm going to switch into an MDM mode a little bit later today, so that way I can test the limits of the car a little bit more. I'm on Cup 2 tires, so sticky tires, which is perfect for this track, but of course you gotta be careful with those. You know, lots of grip. I mean, I can feel the grip here, even though I'm not pulling too hard. The front end is extremely sharp. You can see braking late, turning in, just rotates nicely around its axis, and then you exit in the corner. It's just great.
Okay, now we switch to M1 and speed up a little bit.
Alright, so here we go. 150 kilometers per hour already. 172, 185, 200 already. And the car just wants to go and go. Braking hard. Great carbon ceramic brakes. You know, modulate them nicely. You turn in over the apex. I mean, I don't know what to tell you already, but this car is fantastic. I mean, the M3 CS, it's awesome. This is just as great. I mean, really composed, exits nicely, plenty of grip. I mean, there is so much grip in this car. Unbelievable. And of course, it's got the X-Drive system, so that helps quite a bit as well. But then you also have the Cup 2R tires ready for this car, which make a huge difference. I mean, building up speed here, I mean, quite fast, 220 kilometers per hour already. I mean, it's just ridiculous, you know. Turning in once again, it's unbelievable how composed this car is. I know the M3 and M4, they get a lot of flack for their design, but when it comes to the driving experience, they're absolutely phenomenal machines. I don't think there is a better M car today. It might be lighter cars that were in the past, but this is just great. I mean, it's sliding a little bit, but still composed. And exit out of the corner, just great. This is a fairly technical track, so I mean, you got a few nice hairpins. Of course, you got these long straights where you can really test the top speed, almost 250 kilometers per hour. You know, braking and turning in. Oh my god, this is just fantastic. I mean, look at this. I mean, even though I'm quite aggressive on that corner, there is so much grip. I mean, unbelievable, the grip on this car. And the sound, of course, a little bit of fake sound inside, but I don't really care. It just sounds great. Steering, quite beefy. As I said, once again, I always like these Alcantara steering wheels. The grip is nice on them. And then, of course, being in the most aggressive mode, it's a little bit sharper when it comes to steering. Even on this corner. So here we go, turning around quite a bit here. This is my favorite corner because you can really turn the car and feel that grip. And as you exit, you can keep the racing line as tight as possible. And now turning in here, I mean, you can be quite aggressive when you can see the car just, I mean, you don't have to be a great driver with this car because it's just going to make you look like a star on the track, honestly.
And now switch to the M2 and don't forget to confirm.
All right, so now MDM mode. Here we go. So now this is the most aggressive mode. This is going to give you a little bit more tail spin. So essentially, if you want to have fun but still keep the landing controls fairly on, then this is the mode to use, the MDM mode. Of course, we're not going to turn off the AC because we don't want to crash today. But I can feel the rear end spinning a little bit, enough for the X-Drive and the MX Drive system could kick in. So that's a nice part about this MDM mode. It allows you to have a little bit more fun and also to put the power down a little bit more than you would in a normal mode. You know, turning in here, of course, starts to slide a little bit more, but oh my God, this is just ridiculous good. Oh boy. Keep in mind, I don't drive too often on this track, so this is my second time ever. First time was with the M2 and it was raining, so I don't know the track quite well, but the car just makes you look like a star. I mean, it really does make you look like a star, honestly. Downshifting here, of course, very precise, very good. I was trying to spin that tail a little bit here, but you just can't. I mean, that MX Drive is just phenomenal. The grip on this car, I mean, oh my God. All right, let's see top speed. 200, 220, 230. 240, braking hard, great brakes, really nice brakes. Good job BMW, good job. Turning in over the apex, a little bit of bounciness there. Suspension, like I said, a little bit stiff, but that's exactly what you want in this car. It just feels great. It rebounds nicely also, despite being a little bit twitchy. It does rebound nicely, and as I said, you know, it just feels like the M3 CS with two doors. Here we go, rotating itself again, the axis. Oh my God, just... I don't know, man. You're having fun with this car. So how much better is it than the M4 competition? Well, I don't know. If it was my money, I would buy this car all the time because, one, it's so unique. There are not that many units. It's a great driver. You know, it's going to be a future classic for sure. And if you want to have fun at the track, this is absolutely a track car. I mean, of course, you can get the M4 CS, but yeah, you don't need more than this.
Try to avoid braking.
So we're gonna do a cool down lap, no braking, to cool down the brakes so the next group can actually play with this. So this gives me the chance to talk more about the car. Exactly what you expect. I mean, honestly, I knew that I'm gonna come on this track. I knew I'm gonna love the car. I knew they're gonna be just a few laps. We'll have a few more later today so I can push the car a little bit more. But once again, it's a fantastic product. Of course, I wish BMW would made the base M3s and M4s just like this one, but I get the idea. They want to offer something in between the base and the M4 CSL, for example, or on the M3 CS case, you know, that's the top of the line. But if you're in the market for a super fun sports car, which, you know, still got an affordable price compared to maybe like a Porsche product or something similar, this is the car to get. Of course, it does feel a little bit heavy like on the M3s and M4s. That's something that I'm used to it by now. I've been driving these cars for the last few years, so there's really no surprise there, but it does hide that weight quite well. I mean, 543 horsepower, 550 PS, and 650 Newton meters of torque, that's just more than enough. And as you saw, I probably drove the car at maybe 5/10, 6/10 at most, not even close to its full potential. But I'm gonna try to get a pro driver today to take me for a spin with this one and see, you know, what the car can really do. Because every time I try to push the car to its limit, I'm never gonna get close to that. So I always have to rely on a professional driver. But yes, so if you're in the market for a cool M4, this is the one. You're getting a pretty cool design on the car as well. You have this laser taillights, which are amazing. You got the new headlights at the front. Of course, the interior is still the same one that you've seen in the M3 CS, only that it's got the flat bottom right now, so that's pretty awesome. I'm happy that BMW kept the shifter in this one because some other cars don't get that one, so this is pretty cool. And of course, the update to iDrive 8.5 will satisfy those that use this car as a daily driver because it's a little bit more user-friendly. Question is, will you buy this one with the Cup 2 tires or will you switch over to PS4S? Honestly, if you plan on tracking the car and you don't drive in the rain, then absolutely get the Cup 2s. If you use this as a daily driver mostly, just get a PS4S. They're fantastic tires, and honestly, I don't think you're going to be missing much unless you're a really pro driver that knows how to extract every little bit out of that car. So M4 CS, fantastic car, lots of fun. I hope I'm gonna get a few more laps today because this is a blast. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick video, and stay tuned because we're gonna drive the M5 next, and that's a rocket. I can't tell the horsepower in this video yet, but believe me, it's a lot. So stay tuned. I'll see you in the next one.